This European Championships under 105 kilograms is really starting to heat up here. If you've just joined us, we're underway in the snatch, and so far we've got 6 of the 8 lifters competing. Coming out onto the platform is the Hungarian. It's Ferenc Gajrkovics, who is attempting his 3rd and final lift, 176 kilograms. An athlete who's been around a very long time. Back in Athens, came 6th place, but his numbers are way down from his heyday. No good, and it'll be 3 red lights for him. 173 kilograms, 5th position at the moment. We still have 2 lifters to come into the competition. 3 lifters actually: Kuzalov, Gogaya and Sheiko. So most likely he'll drop down to 8th and last position at the end of this A group snatch. The B group, it was Ali Loban of Belarus, who hit 170 yesterday, and then 210 in the clean and jerk. He leads the B group, 380 kilograms. Alongside me, Colin Bryce, is Michaela Breeze. Michaela, I've been saying so many Polish names. Michaela David Gogia coming out at 177 for his opener. The Georgian, one of the favourites in this category.
Superb lifting, very quick into the receiving position. Just a nod of the head. Walk in the park. Yeah, the Georgian team have turned up really in great shape, not missing many of their lifts. Once again, a good clean opener from a Georgian athlete. Yeah, really extended up nice and high there before dropping in. So here is one of 2 poles. It's Korel Zichiel coming out for his 2nd at 177. Wow, what a fight at the bottom there. Had to work hard to stop that going out the back door. This is a lifter really in good shape, and you can see how much he's enjoying it. Bit of a practical joke by the looks of it. He's only 3 kilograms off of his personal best. Finished 5th at the European Championships last year in Turkey. And looking forward to his clean and jerk. He's a 215 opener, which is one of the highest, so perhaps he can go better than 5th place this year. David Bedzanian was the man who won the European Championships last year. 173 was his opener. He hit 185 in the snatch last year, so seems to be a little down on form. A bit short on the extension there, but managed to get himself underneath. You can see how positive he is, how determined he is. 178, and he goes into 1st. We're still waiting for Albert Kuzalov, who's posted a 180, and Sheiko, the Russian and the Georgian, to enter. We're expecting them in around the 180 kilogram mark. Michalski, 178, so just 3 kilos of increase here. This will put him ahead of his teammate. Yeah, I was just going to say, there's a great little Polish battle ensuing here. A battle within a battle, with no Dawaga here. One of the great lifters of all time at this weight category. He's stepped aside this year. It's given these other Polish lifters a good chance. Again, short on the leg extension, didn't quite fully extend the hips. You want to be generating as much upward momentum on the bar as you can, and you cannot afford to get away with it on these kind of weights. Just in front of him a little bit.
Third and final effort then, 178 for Plesnieks. And he's weighed in reasonably light as well, Plesnieks, 104.2, which may well be telling. Certainly will be telling if he ends up on the same weight as anybody else who's heavier. It will come down to body weight. Lighter man going ahead.
Almost, but not quite, a lifter there on his limit. He's going to have to be satisfied with the 175 that he can take now forwards into the clean and jerk.
Yeah, no chance of a medal in the snatch. Fourth position, he's out of attempts, and we're still waiting for Sheiko and Kuzulov to join in. So likely he'll end up down in sixth position at the end of the snatch.
Bar's now gone to 180.
Here we have Albert Kuzulov coming in, the Georgian, coming in at what he posted. So warm-up must have gone reasonably well. 187 at his best. He's got the Olympic tattoo on his right arm. Came sixth at last year's games.
Not happy with that. In doubt, blame the hand.
Yeah, the glance down to the left hand. Yeah, shame on you, left hand.
Well, he started with his backside very low, chest very high. Too low. He corrected it then as he came off the floor, but almost too much, sent him onto his toes.
Maxim Sheiko, 180. And this is the last man to join the snatch. First attempt. Good effort.
Yeah, 3 white lights there.
Yeah, he goes into first place by virtue of body weight. Again, quite light for the category. In fact, he's not the lightest. Kuzlov's ever so slightly lighter, but he's at 103.59. His body weight is very low. And at the moment, because Kuzlov missed his opener, he's in first place. Here he is again, though, Kuzlov of Georgia, to attempt that 180.
Needs to nail this one if he's going to have any chance of staying with Sheiko. This is pressurised lift, having missed his first. Well, I look to the coach as if to say, what's going on? The man on his own here, nobody can help him. Serious pressure.
Yeah, one attempt left, I'm afraid. So let's have a look at this again. Oh.
Extended nicely. Just not quite enough leg drive, not quite at arm's length.
Cornel Zekiel going for 180 to make it 3 out of 3. This would propel him from third up into first.
And he can't quite hold it. Bar was clearly overhead, just out in front. Not much you can do. Your body's not underneath the bar.
So that was Zekiel's final one. 177 then his best lift. And he wins the battle of the poles. Michalski hitting 175 on his second attempt. He failed his last one at 178. So they sit in fourth and sixth position at the moment. Kuzulov, though, this is a huge moment here for him. One of the absolute favourites for taking away the European title. And right now, he's up against it. 2 failures at 180 kilograms, his opener.
I've got recorded here his best snatch was 182 back in Beijing at the Olympic Games. He's not been on the international stage since 2009. Maybe a little rusty here.
Yeah, I've actually found a personal best elsewhere of 187. Not at such an important meeting. Wow, that was an important moment right there at the European Championships. And he's probably going to be pretty angry with himself. Yeah, punches his hand, but he's in the game. That's the most important. Right now he's in the lead, and there's only Bedzanian, Gogia and Sheiko who can actually go ahead of him.
So much better. He's going to be so annoyed with himself, but you know what? That's a sign of a true champion, being able to pull it out when it really matters. A pressurised lift, and he absolutely nailed it.
Gogia coming out for his second, 181. So we're not far off £400 now, if you think in old money.
Wow, that catapults him straight into the lead. Not much to fault there. That was tremendous lifting. He's really on fire.
Into first, yeah, with one attempt to go.
Great extension. Really leads with the chest throughout the lift. Not even any movement, no adjustment of the feet necessary.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting, I mean, he's a youngster. His PB in competition, 172 before this. Bedzanian now, 181. Started at 173.
This won't be enough for the lead. It will keep him close to the medals. And he's got it. Can he stand still? Yes, he can.
I think that was right on the limit. They've really called the weights well there, the Russian coaches. 3 out of 3. Another Russian athlete doing a sweep of lifts. 3 out of 3. Really brilliant calling by the coaches. And right on the limit, nails it. The European champion is still in with a very good shout here in this competition. Right now, he is leading.
Although it's important to go for the medals on both the snatch and the clean and jerk, these lifters, the coaches, are going to be thinking of one goal, and that is the overall title. So he's given himself every opportunity of going into the clean and jerk with the strongest possible snatch.
Yeah, and on paper, it's Kuzulov, who's already finished at 180 there, and Bedzanian, who have the biggest jerks overhead, 220. They've both posted as their entries, so it's going to come down to those two, I think. But let's see how Gogia does here. 183 would take him into the lead and give him a chance, though his clean and jerk not quite as good as the other two.
Well, that is massive. 172 is the best weight coming into this competition. At this kind of level, 183. Right up there now in gold medal position with only one lifter.
Great winter's training for Gogia, obviously. That's tremendous lifting. And he's just made a real step up in class here.
Again, faultless technically.
Well, that leaves just Maxim Sheiko to do his final 2 efforts on his own. So no matter what, he will be following himself. Now this attempt at 184, he's just bought himself a little more time there. I think the coaches allowed the 183 to come up and then took their 30 seconds before changing the weight, just to get him as much time as possible. He's hit 180 on his opener. That leaves him in 4th at the moment. This will obviously propel him into 1st place with 1 attempt to go.
Oh, did well to steady himself there. Had to fight to stop that going forwards.
Well, great effort there, and you know what, this is the returning champion in Snatch. Let's not forget that Sheiko was equal on weight with Bedzanian on 185 last year, but because of body weight he took the European Snatch title. So just lost it on the clean and jerk and had to settle for silver overall last year. Well, right now he's again the European title holder in the snatch. What's he going to go to, do you think?
I don't think there's that much more there. Maybe a 186.
Yeah, just well, that's what's posted up on the screen there. So I'll glance at that. So that is what he's going to go for. Right now, this is just looking at the standings here. 184 in the lead, Sheiko, 183, Gogia of Georgia, Bedzanian 181, and you can see there's just one attempt to go in this snatch, and then we'll have a 10-minute break before the clean and jerk.
Well, Bedzanian's got a massive 220 starting weight posted for the clean and jerk. Sheiko's down in 215, so whatever he can make up here now on the snatch will help close that deficit going into the clean and jerk.
Yeah, well, if he can hit this 186, then well, it's 6 kilograms ahead of Kuzulov, who's a massive clean and jerker, and Bedzanian on 181. Again, it puts quite a bit of daylight between him and Bedzanian, which he will need every bit of advantage from the snatch.
See here, he's just rubbing his head really hard, pulling his ears. Coaches will give him a bit of a slap, inflict a bit of pain. That's just going to get the adrenaline going.
Well, the Russians are good at calling the weights. The coaches got 6 out of 6 with Okudov, who won gold in the 85s, and then 5 out of 6 earlier on today for Kirayev, who took silver in the 94s. Oh, it's not going to be 3 out of 3. That was beyond his limitations, I think.
He won't be too disappointed. Gold medal on the snatch. He's done what he could. That second attempt looked pretty much on a limit.
Yeah, 184 then is